Good afternoon. This is the JP Dinnell podcast, episode 19. I am JP Dinnell, and as always, I have Lucas with me. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Good.
We did it in tandem.
That's
timing is
impressive.
so good.
Impeccable.
What chemistry.
Today is a very special day for me. Today is the 12th birthday of Amanda and I's beautiful twin daughters, Cora and Nola. You know, I still remember the day that actually Amanda told me she was pregnant, and I was excited. And I remember I immediately was just starting to pray over our future child, and just her. And I was just, man, I was excited. It's what I wanted, and we were stoked. We didn't tell a lot of people for a while at the beginning because we weren't sure. You know, sometimes there can be issues with pregnancies, and
been there.
But those signs started coming along quicker and quicker, and then I remember we went and got an ultrasound, and I remember looking at the screen going, "Wow, that is incredible." And I remember looking at it going, "Man, it's crazy, technology, how it was mirror imaged." And I was looking at the screen, and the technician goes, "Do you see that?" I said, "Yes, a healthy heartbeat." I'm holding Amanda's hand, and she goes, "2 healthy heartbeats." And I remember I just turned my head and looked at the screen, and Amanda sits up and goes, "What?" And she goes, "I'm assuming this is a surprise for you guys." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll let you." So she leaves, and we found out Amanda was pregnant with twins.
Yeah. Do you guys have twins in your family?
8 generations ago on her side. So twins come from the female side.
Right.
So the females determine if you're going to have twins. And it was 8 generations ago. And it usually skips every other generation. So if, anyways, so that was pretty cool. And, and then, a few months later, find out that it's going to be girls. And we're excited and shocked. And it was just awesome. I mean, we were both nervous, but super excited. And I'll never the way it felt to hold both of them, because just being able to hold both of my daughters at the same time in the hospital, I'll never forget that. And it was incredible. And I remember watching Amanda feed both of them at the same time. And I was just so, just overwhelmed at, how strong she was and how incredible she was. And she was just a mom doing what a mom does, And, she'd done it before. I mean, when I came in the picture, Aiden was 4 years old. But, I mean, twins, that's no joke. And just to watch her to do that. And it's funny because when Amanda comes on, we'll probably elaborate on the story. But I remember, looking and going, "What if there's one more?" She's like, "Well, there's not." I'm like, "But what if there had been?" She goes, "There's not. We don't have to worry about that."
Imagine.
But it was awesome. I mean, as a father, you wish time would slow down. But I'm really loving this stage in life, and it's cool. I'm very proud of you two. Beautiful daughters. I'm excited that we get to have you guys on the podcast to share your story and just kind of talk about church and everything that you guys do.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let me guys speak closer to the mic. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Yeah.
You guys a little tired from last night, that sleepover?
Yeah.
No.
Hustled
and
it till
yes.
3:30 a.m. last night.
I was up till 4.
But we did read our Bible for a bit last night.
Yeah, when they have sleepovers, they do Bible studies
We
until
host,
2
really?
in the morning.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I could see a bit of frustration, but come on, you can't really get that mad if
It's
you
our
stay
12th
up
birthday. Come on.
till 2 a.m. doing a Bible study. Come on.
Yeah. How many times did they turn 12?
Yeah.
Just
and
once.
I also want to know how many tweens.
Oh, gosh.
Hashtag tweens. Or, how many 11, 12, 13-year-olds are doing Bible studies until 2 in the morning.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't think a lot of them, which I wish there was more. All right, so
Hey, maybe we can make an impact on them.
Yeah.
let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, so what do you guys want to be when you grow up?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah. I want to be a makeup artist. I've always wanted to be a makeup artist. Ever since 2020 when I got really bored, during quarantine. Yeah.
I remember that.
I've always
old
been interested.
ages.
I've always been interested
Dark
in makeup.
ages.
So
Starting.
This is gonna be great. This is already my favorite episode.
anyways, I would love to be a real estate investor.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could put some potential to some money.
So, makeup artist and real estate investor.
That's gonna be interesting.
Wedding makeup artists
Oh, okay.
get a lot of money.
They do.
They make a lot of money.
You gotta be good at it.
Yeah, she's really good at it. Like every time I go out or somebody like something for a party, like whenever we went to Zoe's like Christmas party, I asked her to do like my makeup because she's so good at it and it's like way better than mine. But something that I would want to be whenever I would grow up is an interior decorator or designer, and also a real estate investor. Just because Sissy's like really good with managing money and saving money and like all that stuff, and for me I feel like I'd be a really good spokesperson about that and try persuading, and I love running stuff like that.
Okay.
It'd be interesting, like
Yeah,
So,
and then when Miss Amanda Little,
Yeah.
Stephen Little's wife, was helping us unpack and organize and decorate, you had a lot of fun working with her, huh?
yeah, she has this system on her computer where you can design your own room, and so I got to do that, and it was really cool.
Amanda Little's very talented at that.
Yeah, she's really good at it.
Yes. Well, that's pretty cool. Why real estate investor?
Because I just feel like with the economy right now, I feel like it'd be like a really good thing to get into. Just because you can do it at home, on the airplane, bus, like you can do it anywhere.
Gives you some
kind of.
freedom.
Freedom, it's definitely freedom, and I don't want to be sitting in a cube 9 hours a day, 9 to 5. That's not interesting at
Okay.
all.
For me, basically the same thing. Like for our real estate investor, we have built such a strong relationship with them, which is
You
not
mean a real estate
usual.
agent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
agent.
And we have investors that we've worked with. Okay.
And for me, I would like to build connection with people,
Yeah.
especially when they're in need for finding a home,
Oh,
or somewhere to stay.
Yeah. That's
So,
good.
yeah.
Helping serve people.
Yeah.
Anything to add to that?
Well, we're looking for a home, so whenever you guys are ready, when you get your license, you let us know. When
I don't know, it might be a while.
Yeah, the economy may have shifted enough to where we could afford one at that time. So we'll. Sounds like we got the team for us.
Let's go. Okay. What are you guys' favorite things about Milestone, which is our church in
Yes.
Keller?
Okay, so do you want to go first, or can I go first?
Go first.
Okay. So they have this thing for 6th to 12th graders. It's called Elevate, and it's basically like Wednesday night youth, but our church calls it Elevate. It's really fun. We this goes into my second thing, church camps. They host church camps, like it's called BOTS, Battle of the Sexes. That's a camp that's actually coming up, and we're going to it. It's just like
You keep talking.
God's view on like love, dating and stuff like that. So that's what it is, and it'll be really cool. And we're going, and they have like fall retreat, high school camp, which last time we preached at, which was really cool. Middle school camp, just like all the fun camps. Those are really cool. And the serve team. So we serve on the serve team in preschool and elementary. And my brother, he serves in 45, which is the 4th and 5th graders, and it's just a really good environment. I love the surf team. They're so nice, generous, like everything. They do way too much for us. It's just amazing. And then the environment, like I love the people, the pastors, like the attendees, like everybody, the surf team, like it's just so like warming and homey.
And how much has Pastor Ethan and the other pastors poured into you guys?
A lot. I remember my first camp I went to was the 678 camp, which before was 45.
Yeah.
And it was just like really cool to go to, just because that was my first time I first ever felt God's presence and him speaking to me. That's the first time Sissy heard him. Like it was just a really good camp, and like all my friends came from that church camp. That's where I met my first like Zoe Rudder and like all my friends and stuff like that. That's where I kind of met them, and it's just a really good environment. And I love that whenever Pastor Ethan preached, he was like, the first time I felt God's presence was like hot honey being poured over me, and I was like, whoa, that's just crazy, like hot honey. And it just seems so cool, like it's so cool. And he's impacted me in so many different ways, like talking up for a retreat. Tristan, his wife Tristan May, she preached about like anxiety and depression and fear. It's just his family's so good. And yeah,
That's cool. And then
my favorite part about Milestone, for Elevate, it's brought me and my friends closer to God, and we have definitely built a relationship and a firm foundation on Him. As preteens and as growing into being teenagers, it is going to be hard, especially with those hormones. I know. But it's going to be hard, and you need, I know I'm going to say it, you need to have a firm foundation and a very good relationship with God.
Just like the song.
Yeah.
Yep.
Firm foundation. And for my church camp, my first experience when I went there, my first ever church camp I ever went to, I felt the Holy Spirit talk to me. The last night, Pastor Ethan was talking, he was preaching, and during worship,
That was so cool.
I felt the Lord say, hey, because before this, I was dealing with anxiety, always dealt with anxiety ever since I was little. The devil likes to attack on people, especially, unfortunately, young kids, and that's his easiest
tactic.
approach he can go for, and he likes to start on them young. And I dealt with anxiety for a little while, and then as I got older, I realized that it's not fair, and I don't deserve to be treated like that, and that God and Jesus Christ died for us on the cross, and He rose again 3 days later. He died for us. He paid the penalty death of a criminal for our sins, and let's just say that night it was the most beautiful thing that ever happened to me. I felt the Holy Spirit. And when I looked up, I saw Jesus, and I saw God. I heard singing. A bunch of kids there were just singing their hearts out, and it just made me sound. It was just amazing. And I do have the gift of singing, but I don't really like sharing it. It's always been a fear of mine, and I'm trying to work on that right now. I've been singing before I could talk, but
that is the truth.
yeah. And
Basically, your first words.
yeah. Singing has just brought me closer to God, and that's just one of my things that's brought me closer to God. I'll sing worship to help me fall asleep at night. Going to Elevate, I'll get down on my knees, and I just surrender all my sins to the Lord. Worship is one of the biggest things that has helped me get through school and hard times, like with attitude with my parents and my sister and my brother. And just like when I'm having a bad day, just go onto YouTube, go on Spotify, just click that playlist, and
Worship is like one of the best things.
and
you can
Pastor
ever do.
Ethan, all the pastors there, Pastor Jesse,
Ethan, Ryan.
Drew,
Yeah.
they have just put such a huge
Jacob.
impact. Jacob,
Yeah.
they have just all put a huge impact on my life, especially for my older brother Aiden. He, he's a really good kid. And
Yeah,
I mean,
he
growing
is.
up it wasn't that easy, to be honest. It wasn't easy for him, right? So him going to church, my brother was actually the one who got us into church.
Yeah.
He reminded us that, hey, this isn't right. We shouldn't be not going to church. So he's the whole reason why he's the start of this.
Yeah.
And he has taught me as I got older. Like when he comes back from church camp, he's like, hey, guess what I learned? And he'll tell me about what he learned and how I need to,
Starting using
build
that
a
in your
stronger
everyday
connection
life.
with God,
Yeah.
And for him, those pastors did so much for him, emotionally and spiritually. And I just think that's awesome. And that's my family. That church is my family.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you ladies speak like you're much more mature than your age, especially when you're saying things like, I struggle with this a lot whenever I was younger. and you're barely into double digits, being that you just hit your tween year.
When I was little.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, like but it's so cool to see how God has worked in your lives and how open you are with talking about it and discussing it. That's something I hope that you'll never lose, because it's really, as a pastor, that's really encouraging to hear, man. It speaks a lot to my heart. I love it.
I was going to say, I know, hitting you in the feels.
Yeah, no joke.
All right, so favorite Bible verse.
Okay, so wait, do you have one?
Oh, yeah, what else?
I forgot what mine was.
That's okay.
I think it's either Psalms or Philippians. It's what did I say earlier?
I can do all things through Christ who
Yes,
strengthens me.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
That would be Philippians.
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 4:13, right?
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yes, correct.
Yes. And then Nola.
Okay, so this fun fact. This is actually my passcode to my electronics.
Yep, and now we're going to change
And-
that because now everybody's hearing that.
Everybody knows.
Oh.
I love it.
It's all good.
No, it's
Yeah, yeah.
Psalms. Psalms is my password. What are we talking
Yeah.
about?
Daily reminder, guys.
Yeah.
It's a daily reminder.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's all good.
Oops. Okay, that was like really bad.
No.
Don't kids, don't try this at home. Don't please don't take from me. Don't. It's not smart.
No, that's fine. We
Okay,
can change it. It's no factor.
I think this is ESV.
And I'm not worried about any of our listeners having access to your
Yeah, to your
electronics.
electronics,
To
absolutely
physically
not.
be getting near
Yeah,
them. So
no.
I will be changing it tonight.
Try getting
Yep.
into our house. We have 3 big pit bulls.
Please don't try getting into their house. That was not an actual invitation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do not. All right, so favorite Bible verse.
Okay, so I think this is ESV because I only know the NLT version, but this one is way different than
Okay.
what I have. But 2 Timothy 3:16 through 17. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine,
Yep.
for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. So, the NLT version is a bit different. It's like just saying like righteousness basically, and this is like really important to me just because the first time I ever read this was for actually an ELA project, but after that I kind of just like, this is like my go-to Bible verse that I always have with me, or like I've memorized it in like NLT and NIV, but not ESV. And so it just seems like, for me, it's just kind of saying that God is like kind of like your like it gives you a bit of like guidance, and
Yeah.
just kind of tells you like that he you can do like all things through Christ basically. And it's just saying that for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, is saying like, for me it's just saying that God is like, will make you perfect the way that he wants you to make you perfect through him, and through like the righteousness and like the armor of God basically. So that's what it's kind of like.
That's
That's why I
pretty
really like it.
pretty solid exposition there, ma'am.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. So the NLT version says all scripture is inspired by God and is useful to teach us what is true and to make us realize what is wrong in our lives.
Yep.
It corrects us when we are wrong and teaches us to do what is right. God uses it to prepare and equip his people to do every good work. So the Bible is God's tool to help us live the right, proper life. And if we're doing the wrong thing, and if we're reading the Bible, then it says, hey, you should probably not be doing those things. Because
Yeah.
if the Bible goes against what you're doing, then you should probably stop doing what
Basically,
you're doing.
the builder of the earth left us a handbook. Basically.
Not basically, factually.
Factually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag 100.
Yeah.
No cap.
No,
No cap.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh my gosh.
This podcast is busting.
No,
You mean
bussin'.
No, bustin', not bustin'.
Nah, this
bustin'.
one we're busting.
Yeah. Okay.
Grinding.
Favorite worship song.
Okay, my favorite worship song is Praise by Elevation Worship Music. I love that one to get me pumped up on the way to school, or even on the way to Elevate into church. It's just a great song. I have fun with it all the time. I listen to it every day, every morning, every night.
Yeah.
And then my second one is probably going to have to be Gratitude by Brendan Lake. It's such a beautiful one. That's actually one of
Yeah.
the worship songs that I listen to for like 1 hour straight when trying to fall asleep at night.
Yeah.
It's on a loop.
Run to the Father Who's that by? You know.
Cody Carnes.
Around to the
Maybe.
Father, falling your grace.
Yeah.
I listen
Yeah.
to audiobooks.
I'm gonna look it up while you keep singing it, Cora.
Okay. Do you want me to go now, I guess? Or we should let her sing?
Cora.
Yeah, it's Cody Carnes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I just wasn't sure. My favorite worship song is, I also put this down, Praise by Elevation Worship.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have a couple. I forget what it's called. Like Dad, we couldn't even like find it, but it's like, it goes like Prince of Peace, like El Shaddai,
Prince of Peace,
great I am.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. And I don't know what that one's called, but that's like my favorite song. Like that literally is the song. I like it better than Praise.
It's either Prince of Peace or El Shaddai is what it's
No,
called.
I don't think it's El Shaddai. I think it might.
Prince of Peace, though?
But the way that our church does it, like the harmonies is so good. So I really like it the way that our
Is
church
it greater
does
than all?
Oh, yeah, I think it.
No.
Hold on, wait.
No.
No, that one's not it.
We'll find it.
Close,
I'll figure it out.
But no.
Because I know.
But you know, like I feel like everybody's heard that song, right? Like El Shaddai.
I know the song that you're talking.
Elohim,
Keep singing it and we'll figure it out. And if you're listening to this, or especially watching on YouTube, drop it in the
Yeah,
comments. Let us
please.
know what song it is.
Yeah, please, because I need to add it to my playlist like so bad because I hear it at church all the time.
Forever Yahweh, maybe?
Oh, yes, Forever Yahweh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
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 Literally, I was like,
Hey,
that's
bruv.
a verse in the song. Like, Forever Yahweh. Yeah. I love
I
that
know I
one
have
so
it on
much.
here. Hold on.
Nailed it.
And then some of my other favorite songs. This is by a guy, and you actually told my dad about this, not Clyde, right?
Oh,
Not Clyde.
yes.
Come on.
Yep.
Like Ants
I
My
love
Pants.
the one
Answer My
Gun
Pants.
Sounds.
So legit.
Yeah, Gun Sounds by Not Clyde is really good, but I like some of his other songs like
Relax, Not
Relax.
Clyde.
Is
Flock.
Flock is really funny.
I've got.
Ants in my pants so I dance like I'm crazy.
crazy.
Oh, right, the left, now go crazy. Oh, Jesus, my Lord, that He saved me.
Slide it, bust don't riot. Full mass together, I pray when I'm crying.
Two step on my enemies, you know they say silent. Pew, 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 pew.
Throw it, catch it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I have it memorized.
Okay, we're going to switch over to hobbies.
Hobbies.
So
Hobby Lobby.
You guys have a lot. Yeah. So on Sundays, I always make a joke. It's like, hey, let's go buy Chick-fil-A on our way to Hobby Lobby, Dad.
It's
And they're like, daughter joke.
That's awesome.
All right,
dad
let's
jokes.
talk about.
Am I right, man?
Oh my gosh.
Let's start.
Viewers, tell me what y'all think about dad jokes, please. And also leave some in the comments because that would be so funny to read.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Looking
yeah.
at you, Oscar.
Yep. All right, Jiu-Jitsu. Let's talk about Jiu-Jitsu. You guys have been doing it on and off for years.
Yeah.
And you guys, we're at Double Five, and you guys get to be trained
Highland Village.
personally.
Yes.
Yep, Double Five Jiu-Jitsu in Highlands Village under Formiga.
Texas.
And
Tejas.
you guys both get to learn
Yeah.
from Formiga and Victoria and Mike Brown. But
It's
how
such
cool
an
is it
honor.
being able to be taught by
Formiga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Coach Formiga
so
is so crazy.
isn't he like a world champion at it?
9-time world
Nine-time
champion.
And
world
then
champion.
12-time Pan
Pan
Am's
Ams,
champ, and over 400 gold medals as a black belt.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
so
that's crazy.
I love him.
400.
I love his family. They are like family to me. I call them my jiu-jitsu fam. And very sweet, very kind people.
Yeah.
But the tactics that he teaches us has truly,
Beast.
it's made me stronger.
Yeah.
Definitely
Do you guys
way
like
stronger.
being sometimes the gym enforcer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
I also
Especially
like to be
sometimes-
stronger than most guys my age.
Yeah, she can like there's a kid in our class, but no names, but she
No names.
No names cuz
Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. We'll call him Edgerin.
yeah, Edgerin.
Edgerin.
So he has a yellow black belt,
We don't need to describe.
Yep.
Sorry.
Edgerin.
a white belt. Then
Full of himself.
he's able to always like take his guard and get submissions, and he cannot do a thing
To you guys.
to us.
Well, what about you guys being an enforcer? Like, if a kid is being
A bully?
a bully or rude to other newer kids, and Formiga asks you guys to go
Beat him up.
Tune him up a little bit.
Jump them. I'm joking. Don't do that.
No jumping here. Just
So
yeah.
Now you guys understand the purpose of it. You're not doing it to be a bully. You're doing it to
protect.
teaching them a lesson.
to teach them a lesson, protect the
Like,
weak.
get your act right. Don't do that.
Yeah. And so it's been a while since you guys have competed. Now being able to train consistently under Formiga and Victoria, if Victoria was like, hey, girls, I need you guys to compete, would you guys at least sit down and talk to them about it and entertain the idea now?
Yeah.
Yes, mainly because our last experience was we were 8 years old and we had to go against these 12-year-old girls.
No,
and
I was
just
7 and I was put with an
You guys were
11-year-old.
7.
And she was like a black and gray belt, and she knocked the wind out of me.
Yeah, because the sport wasn't as big in this area for young girls.
Right.
And so they were 7 years old and had to go against 11 and 12-year-olds.
Because, that was
That's a huge
So smart, right?
developmental difference.
That was really hard to watch.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I will say I was extremely proud because even after the first match, them both just kind of just getting worked, and it was pretty bad. They both went out there for their second match. Now, they were crying. They weren't happy. But the fact that they were like, all right, we got to go. And then you see them, like, shake hands and bump, and then immediately, like, into their stance, like, ready to go. You're like,
All right.
this is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warrior kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
warrior kids out there.
Are you guys ready to beat up some 7-year-olds?
No.
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 Thank you.
No.
I
That's
would
just
feel
wrong.
so bad if I did that.
Yeah. And then
My-
you guys last year got to go to immersion jiu-jitsu camp.
Yes.
And you met
That was
Jocko's
really
daughter,
fun.
Rana.
Rana,
And
yeah.
you thought that was pretty cool how she was out there doing jiu-jitsu, and she also teaches the kids class
She's
at
so
Victory
sweet.
MMA.
She just had a
Yeah.
huge win recently.
Yeah,
didn't she?
At the
she did.
ADCC
Oh my
Open, and
goodness.
she's going to the next thing, and then also, actually, I can't say what she's going to be doing at the end of
Yeah.
March, but it's a big thing, and it's over in another country that hosts some pretty cool jiu-jitsu things.
That's awesome. Yeah, read into that what you will or won't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever, people.
Internet.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dad, you
I
got
don't-
lacking.
Don't get us canceled, please.
Okay. And then what are some of your other hobbies? Reading the Bible until 2 a.m.
Yeah. So
FaceTiming
I won't do that
our
every night,
friends.
Mom. Trust me, I don't do that every night. But
What in the Bible were you reading until 2 a.m.?
okay, so funny story.
I was reading all over the
Okay,
place.
so
Crazy.
the one that we were reading is we were bored because we saw we followed this like Christian YouTubers and it was popped up about Lot and his daughters, so we decided just to read that.
They don't understand the whole translation,
Yeah.
which makes it even funnier.
we
There's a
had
lot going on
NLT. It was NLT,
Right.
NLT Kids version.
but yeah.
Kids version. No, but I already
Thank
knew
goodness.
the whole story.
And it was just funny. And so
so-
then Cora highlighted it in her Bible, the whole chapter.
The whole
Yep.
chapter.
The-
But and then
Do
we
you,
went over
what,
to
what kind of highlighters do you use in your Bible?
What do you mean? What
Sharpie
kind of-
highlighters.
what
The
color?
Sharpie highlighters?
Yeah, that's
I
what I
use
use.
green.
Okay. I got some highlighters I need to give y'all before you get out of here that are like made for your Bible. So they don't like
Ooh,
bleed through pages and
nice.
stuff.
Or like the gel.
I'll be your birthday
I-
gift. No, they're wax.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fancy.
That's awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I've
sick.
never had wax highlighters in my life.
Why do you guys like the ability to FaceTime your friends?
Okay, so here's the thing. Calling, you can't show expressions or through text. In FaceTime,
true.
it's like you might be at home, but you still can show as much emotion through FaceTime. Like I'll FaceTime her while she's in my room. I did
What?
that. I do that all the time, but it's just like easier. But even though she's in my room, like I might be doing schoolwork at my desk. she
I think
might
you
be
meant
on
our
my bed.
friends. So for me, my friends, I don't think she has any.
Bro. We share friends, okay?
Sorry.
If you're twin, you have
Okay.
to share your friends.
That's true. Anyways, we go to a co-op Christian private school, right?
Nice.
So we go Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday,
Tuesday,
Thursday,
and
Friday. It's very stressful working at home alone
By yourself.
by yourself. So we have like 4 friends that we have on our phone that go to that school. So it's really fun to just go ahead
iPad.
and get that out of the way.
Correction, iPad.
So it's like kind of like a long distance working on our schoolwork.
But
And
it's
then
really
also
fun.
one of my
It's really
friends,
fun.
my best friend's mom is dealing with cancer, stage 4 cancer right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's yeah, and I think is she in the hospital still?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
she's-
just
Yeah,
had to go
she just
back
had to
in.
go
She had to go back in last night, stayed overnight. And my best friend's been going through a lot recently mentally. So is her sister. Her sister is in high school now.
She's a
And I mean,
freshman.
okay, so my best friend, it's me and me and her first year in middle school, her sister's first time in high school. So it's been very hard. Her mom's like, I just want to be there for them as they grow older, as they start dating, prom, just all the stuff, all the little details. And, you know, my best friend, she's always been the type of friend who's been
There for you.
there for you. She will always be there for you. She's the type of person to always cheer you up. Make
She's
you
always going to
happy.
be the person who puts herself first before you.
Always.
Yeah.
She always, so she puts hers,
Puts you before herself.
puts others before
that's,
herself.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I got it
I got
mixed
you.
up, but yeah.
I'm fluent in Dinnell, so I'm figuring all this out.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't know if
so
that's a compliment or not, but
when she's having like bad days,
fluent in Dinnell? What does that mean?
when she's having bad days,
I'm
you
sorry,
know,
but
sometimes it's really hard to communicate over text.
Yeah.
So when I'm on call with her,
That's
usually we'll express how she's feeling, and then we'll work things out. Because I can't see her all the time. I don't go to the same school as her anymore, and so that has been really hard for her.
yeah.
Starting at a public school. I mean, she's always been in public school, but in middle school has been very tough for her, and especially with her mom right now and her dad, just
He's doing everything he can.
he's doing
He's doing amazing, though. He's like,
It's impressive.
it's
he's
really,
very strong. They
Wow.
they have a very firm foundation on God. They have very close connection with Him, but it's just been always really hard for her. So I feel like FaceTiming is actually a really good way to get around with her.
Yeah.
What about working out?
okay,
You guys
so,
design your own workouts, program them?
no, we forgot online shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go back to, okay, so online
Yeah,
shopping.
Dad.
But FaceTime, yeah. Okay, online shopping is one of my favorite things to do because whenever you're on the weekends or you're just in the car and you can't go anywhere but you want to be somewhere, you just like build up those like carts, especially the Sephora carts, because once you get like a certain amount of money, you get free stuff. But it's just really fun because online shopping, you can get lots of discounts, lots of like promos and all that fun stuff.
Or our
And-
parents' wallet will be crying.
But if I want to like do
It
online
usually is,
shopping,
but,
it's
you know.
fun. It's fun because I like to use my own money. But
You
yeah.
guys do use your own money, and I do think I want some clarification for the
Yeah, I'm
users
ready.
on what you just said. They will build up carts for fun. They're
Yeah.
not, they're not
I
buying
don't buy all
these
of it.
things. She will
Right.
do like
It's
like,
called a
kinda
wish
like-
list.
It's called the wish list,
Yeah,
y'all.
duh.
Duh,
Right.
don't y'all know this stuff?
All right, let's move on to working out.
Familiarizing myself.
Why is working out important to you
Okay,
guys? And do you-
I don't
and
want to
then-
die at the age of 40.
I'm almost there. Apparently knocking on death's door.
Okay, let me
Well,
clarify that.
no, that's you don't
I
have
was gonna
That's
get you a
fine.
CrossFit
membership.
membership. for
No,
your
there's no
birthday.
need to clarify that. I mean, that's a valid reason, Cora. Like, yeah, you want to be healthy so you don't die when you're 40 or 50 and
I mean,
your kids
yeah.
are young. I mean,
Yeah.
being healthy is important. You guys
'Cause-
know. You guys know that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
eat like
but-
chips and ice cream and stuff.
on the weekends, but
So
yeah,
and I
so-
don't want to give that stuff up. Like I know like Jocko's way is really healthy and stuff, and I love him and I support him so much, right? but like,
He'll be so happy to know that.
but like, I can't give that stuff up. So working out has been a great opportunity for me not to become obese or fat. So and usually there's been some documentaries
It's
where
gonna be the best reel ever.
obese people have died at the age of 40 or 35.
That is true. I
So
mean,
like I don't want to at the age of 40, and I don't think you guys want to too.
yeah,
So,
for
like,
motivation, Zoe gave me the idea, but for motivation, before you're working out, watch the 1,000-pound sister episode.
Oh, I do
on
that.
TLC before you work out to give you motivation.
Oh wow,
And yeah,
you do not want to. No. So that's like yeah,
I
working
haven't
out.
even watched it before, but yeah.
So not Pumping Iron. You guys aren't watching Pumping Iron to try to get you motivated. You're not.
No,
you're not
because-
watching the Jocko Good.
No, we like to
video?
scare ourselves into.
You guys do. Yeah, they're like, no, we just like use fear, fear and anxiety.
Fear is a motivator.
Fear is
That
a
is nothing.
motive. No, you guys also have read Jocko's Warrior Kid books.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
those
guys love those books.
Yeah, I
And you created your own Warrior Kid workouts from
Warrior
there.
Kid, yeah. And one of my favorite I don't know if I'd be allowed to say this, but am I allowed to say like a YouTuber's name or whatever?
Sure.
I don't
Okay,
know.
she lives in Europe, but she's amazing. It's Growing with Ananas.
Ananas.
It's like no, it's Anna with a and
We're just gonna call her Anna.
S. Yeah,
Cool.
okay, Anna. Anyway, so she has these like workouts, and they're like she hosts them or whatever, and she posts them on YouTube, and they're really cool. And I like them, and I like to do it in the morning or nighttime, but I'm like an early bird. Sometimes I like to say that.
Working out has also like helped me. If you're bored, don't just sit in your room and just don't scroll on YouTube, because that's what I used to do a lot.
That's what you
On
used to do.
Instagram.
Excuse me, correction. That's what you do,
I still do that. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Sorry, guys. Anyways,
bruh.
so
you can't just say you
it's
used
actually
to.
really good.
You can't call me out like that whenever you're that. Too.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, sorry guys.
Go ahead,
So
go
like, basically, it'll make you strong. And I, as a 12-year-old girl, there's a lot of just other 12-year-old boys. They're not like, they don't have any muscles really. Like,
No,
I'm
not at all.
Rude, I'm sorry.
We're way stronger
I'm
than
speaking the
most
truth
boys.
here.
Yeah.
Where I live, they don't have any muscles, or they need to.
They're named the weirdest names, like
No, we're not
don't
dropping
say-
names.
No, I don't even know.
no,
I don't. No,
no.
nobody. It's just like Argyle moms,
PTA moms.
PTA moms.
All right, go ahead.
Bred from
Working out.
Argyle.
Working out.
Yeah, so I just don't want to become obese,
Okay, that's a good
Yeah, it's
reason.
cool.
Want to be healthy for your kids and grandkids one
and I
day.
want to be stronger.
Being strong is good. To be able to protect yourself,
Mentally and
protect
physically.
others, mentally and physically. Yes.
There you go.
All right. We're not going to spend too much time on this, but it's on your list, so I have to respect that since it is your birthday. Skincare.
Yay!
All right. Make it quick. Make it quick. What,
What?
you got?
Quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so I really love skincare because obviously my skin, like, look how perfect it is. I don't use retinol like
There's a
Sephora
pimple
kids.
on your nose.
How about you remove your makeup with makeup? Like, but anyways, like, okay, me too, girl. But like, we're just roasting each other out here. But skincare is really good. It like, I love. I swear, if, like any dermatologist is watching this, like, I love using Glow Recipe and Drunk Elephant, but I have to pay with it with my own money, and I love.
Because it's ridiculous.
So
Skincare
basically,
is not ridiculous.
she's a Sephora kid and she loves skincare. That's all.
You're a makeup kid and you love makeup. That's all.
True.
Do you watch Dr. Pimple Popper?
Absolutely not.
I do.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she's got great skincare
It's
products
funny.
from what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not watching her. That's.
All right.
You take care of your skin so you don't end up on her show. Is that how you stay motivated to do skincare? Like working out?
I'm probably going to end up on her show.
Yeah. Please
How much
don't.
makeup I
All
wear.
right. Okay, writing and coming up with movie plots.
Oh my gosh, this is like the funnest
How
thing
long
ever.
have you
Like,
guys been doing this?
okay, so I just do this.
Long while.
I kind of just do this in bed to help me fall asleep. But basically, one of my movie plots is of this girl, and she is working with the CIA, but she has 4 kids, and the kids are just normal school kids. They have normal friends, like everything. Perfect. But she works with the CIA, and she is going on a mission, and it's in Hawaii, and so she brings her kid with her. She brings 4 kids with her, and they're 4, like 5 is like toddlers, and so she brings them to her CIA mission, and they end up sneaking with her in the back of the van.
How does a toddler sneak away with her?
Well, you know how like the back trunk is open, so they're gonna crawl in with
They
their
can't-
mom. Girl, it's just a movie plot. Movies are fake.
Okay, let's
okay.
move on. This is wasting
And
their
so
time.
basically, that's just one of my movie plots, and it's way longer. I could go on and
like
on
it.
about it, but
No one
yeah,
cares.
it's
Okay.
really fun.
Also, it should be stated that all the ideas here are copywritten under YouTube's copyright law. So if you steal that, we'll get money off of it.
Yes, exactly.
That's how we'll pay for college.
Yes.
Yay!
And
Harvard, here
and
I
they're
come.
and they're two half face blade knives I got at
Yes.
the very when half face blades first launched. Andy, it was the very first time he'd ever done a pink knife.
Nice.
And
A pink knife.
yep, you have a pink half face blade knife, and your sister has a pink digicami handled half face blade knife.
Who told
Pink?
Nobody told me this.
Yes, for a reason. And it's one of the original designs with the original lion head engraved on it.
Uh-huh.
And
Yep.
when we were talking with Kelsey, who runs Half Face Blades, when we were there this last summer, I was telling her about them. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I forgot you had those." And I'm like, "Nobody knows that."
So much.
She
If y'all
goes,
can't tell.
"That's their college." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Oh no,
way.
those knives each knife will pay for each one of their colleges.
Dang.
Because there's like support groups
Right.
Oh, nice.
that love all their stuff that literally bid and buy. And she was like, to the right person, literally each of your daughter's college can be paid for.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Anyways,
That's
Slaytastic.
Pretty dope.
yep. So
I don't say that anymore.
how normal
Pretty
do you guys think it is
Bruh.
for 11 and now 12-year-olds
Yep.
Stop.
to do
Just say 12, not 11.
cold plunges for fun?
Oh, that's so fun.
At night.
At night, it's like really fun because
Helps you sleep better?
I bet you 50
Yeah.
year 50 and 40-year-old men don't do that. Just sitting on the couch at night watching the news. I'm outside in my pool doing
All right.
let me warm up the pool real quick.
All right. Why do you guys like doing the cold plunges?
It helps your body and it can lower your heartbeat, which is good.
It strengthens you
Girl, hold
mentally
on.
and physically.
I'm talking. Excuse me, please. And it's just really good because I like the adrenaline rush of it and I just like the coldness of it. And it's just very fun. And the longest I've gone is 10 minutes.
Yep, that's factual.
Same here.
10 minutes, both of them. All right. Nola, what's your favorite color? If they're
don't know.
watching YouTube,
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell if you're watching YouTube. Obviously, my nails are pink. Straw is pink.
She is
Top
pink.
is pink. I love pink.
Cora.
I have my wall is pink in my
And your
room.
wall is pink in your room. Cora, what is your favorite color?
Blue and green.
Yeah, let's go. Pink, blue, and green.
My
Those
nails
good
are
colors.
actually green.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you guys like sushi?
I love.
I will
Sushi.
literally live off of sushi.
Yeah. What about Thai food?
Not that much.
Mexican,
Gotta be careful eating that.
Vietnamese.
Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is my favorite.
Almost went there. I almost did. Chick-fil-A mac and cheese?
Yes, that's my favorite food. That's one of my favorite foods. And I love salmon, yellowtail, whitetail, nigiri. It's a type of sushi. It's just like the fish and then
They don't care.
rice.
Yeah, they care.
Yeah, we do.
Don't be rude.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, what type of eggs do you like to eat? And also, I love it when you cook them for me too, because you cook them perfect.
Either omelets or sunny side up eggs.
Yeah, with what type of seasoning?
Italian seasoning or everything bagel seasoning.
Really?
Unreal.
I'm sorry.
Unreal.
I'm sorry.
They
Quick
sell
question.
they sell everything bagel seasoning in the store, or you can get it at the Einstein Bagel Bros place or whatever that's called.
Unreal.
All right, I'm gonna have to try that.
Yes. What's
Why
up,
are
girl?
we talking about eggs?
This is our favorite
Favorite
food that we're
foods,
talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eggs is
You
sunny
like
side up.
sushi. You're my sushi girl.
Yeah.
You guys are.
Yeah.
And then Thai food.
Thai food, Mexican, Vietnamese.
We want to go back to that
Japanese,
last place, and you want to
Chinese.
get a level 3 again?
Yeah, it actually
Oh,
wasn't
no,
that
no,
bad.
no, no,
I will
no,
eat
no,
it
no,
again.
no.
It
Yeah.
tasted amazing.
It was not
tasted
that
amazing.
bad.
However, you
You
drenched
went
I was
sweat.
actually
crying.
crying,
She went crying
was
to the
eating it.
I
bathroom.
was like just sweat.
Whoa.
and I was like,
You know who likes spicy food is Joshy.
Joshy,
Joshy Poo. My Pookie Bear. Not really, but
You
he's
know-
married. He's taken.
You
Don't worry, Miss Jen.
His
I'm
wife-
not trying to say your man.
What about Isaac? He doesn't like spicy food.
You know what, Jesse, that you work with,
Yeah.
he can only
He
eat
doesn't like-
ketchup for spicy food. too.
Jesse, remember? I'm
He
surprised
can't-
you remember that. Ketchup is spicy for Jesse.
And I was
It's
like
sweet.
drinking hot sauce, and I thought he was there, and he was like, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "Because I
She'll
can."
drink mild sauce.
From
From
the
the
bottle.
bottle.
If I'm like thirsty, I'll just go drink hot sauce.
Cool.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
hydrating, right?
So normal
all
to do that,
what-
right?
What type of steak do you guys like?
Filet
Medium rare.
mignon from. Oh, okay, yeah, I like it medium rare, but filet mignon from Little Cattle Co.
Yeah.
I like any steak. What's the NYC? No,
Yeah, New York strip. But
Yeah.
you like sirloin.
I love
She loves
sirloin.
Yes, you love sirloin.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Yeah.
eat.
I mean,
the
y'all's
whole
sirloin
thing.
Is
is
different than the
really,
rest.
really well marbled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it shows
Yeah.
the sirloin. And then also they will, like Amanda and I we'll have to hide it and not tell them we cooked it, but the Terrace Major.
Bro,
I will.
this is so good.
I love that steaks.
Have y'all cooked it recently and not told us?
So, next
Yeah,
one
that.
on the-
Oh,
Next one
yeah.
on the list, Korean.
Bimbap.
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 Bimbap. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I love
so
tteokbokki.
I was just at Shake Shack, and well, this is a food that I've wanted to try for a while, and they had a Korean bimbap burger, and it's really good. And it's I'm trying to explain it without getting my facts wrong, but I think it's just basically type of chicken with this sauce. It's kind of like mustardy, but it's a bit sweet. Like it's kind of like if you mix sweet and sour sauce with mustard, and it's really good. Don't get me wrong, it sounds a bit gross, but it's so good.
It's tangy and flavorful.
Tangy, a bit sweet, and it's really good. And it has like a bit of sesame seeds, but yeah,
Cool.
green bean pap is really good.
What questions do you have for them?
Oh
Lucas?
man, I've got so many. So you guys are twins, right?
Yes, sir.
How long have y'all known each
Yeah.
other?
Okay.
12 years and 9 months. Yeah.
All right, yeah,
So
well, there's a
maybe-
conception. I like
Yes.
that. That's
I actually met her
solid
last
answer.
year. She's my long lost sister, and she's from
I mean,
Ireland.
they can-
y'all.
Wow.
Yeah,
That explains the accent.
I know.
I do
Such
not
a
have
deep
an
accent.
Yeah.
So thick and authentic from Ireland.
Yep. So you
Definitely not
mentioned
girl.
Top of the morning to you.
Okay, don't even.
Yeah.
Please, you're embarrassing me.
you mentioned that your dad had preached at the high school camp.
At Elevate.
No, I did not.
Yes.
No, I did not. I shared some stories with Pastor Tyron about
Everybody.
my time in the SEAL teams
Okay.
and tied it into David's story.
There's
Just curious,
still.
do you guys think he preached?
Well, there's
there?
still
Is that
kids
how
that
you
come up for me.
classify
Okay, there's kids at Elevate, and this is like so embarrassing. There's seniors that come up to me sometimes if I like walk over to the high school side just to
JP
find mom.
deny your dad.
And they're like, is
Like,
JP deny your dad? I loved whenever he preached at high school camp. Is he gonna be doing that again?
Is Aiden Tremble your brother?
Also, is Aiden Triple your brother? Like all these questions. Like I'm like,
How do
Go
you feel
ask
about
him.
it?
Like,
You do you.
no. So here's my question
I know
about
what you're trying to
Aiden.
do.
Right? Do y'all have to like protect Aiden from the girls?
No, I'm trying to teach him how he can get a girlfriend.
yeah.
There's
Bro,
this girl
no, but Tan,
who flirts with
his
him.
friend.
I'm not gonna. Okay,
One at a time.
I'm
No.
not gonna say anything
Sorry.
because that's his business, not mine. Well, okay, and he's just kind of clueless, so I'm trying to help him, and he thinks
Do you
differently.
think it's
which
clueless, or maybe he's just not interested because he's focusing on
There's a
wrestling
girl
school?
he
Yeah, the
is
single
interested in
Pringle.
on Snap, and I tried to get into his phone, and he got mad at me because I was trying to act like him over the phone.
No doubt.
I was trying to act like him and be like, "Hey, do you want to go on a date on Friday night?" But
This is their
he-
master plan.
he got mad at me.
She was going to get into the phone. You go ahead and remember the
I
whole
would-
plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna get into the phone. I was going to act like him and be like, "Hey, you want to meet up on Friday night? I could take you out to dinner, or
my
we could
gosh.
meet up
Movies.
for coffee or the movies." And then as soon as I'm in his bedroom, he was in the restroom, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah, but I asked you. I said, "Hey, well, what if she responds and says yes? Like, how are you gonna facilitate this?"
Just tell him.
Well, that's his his problem.
Remember the other time you said we were gonna go somewhere as a family and bring him there, and bring him there and just be like, "Oh, Aiden, look what." You know. So she
Yeah.
had this whole thing planned out.
That's
Bye.
awesome.
That's what I was gonna do. I forgot about that.
It's very different than the response from my little sister. So when I started dating, my little sister's 5 years younger than me.
Okay.
When I started dating, one of my girlfriends called the house because that's what you used to have to do. We didn't have cell phones.
So that means she's 40 years old, right? I'm just.
Yeah, pretty close. We actually, my niece and nephew, we've convinced them that my little sister is the oldest one out of all of us. Yes. And that she lived during the time of the dinosaurs.
Stop! Are you?
Oh my gosh.
They're totally convinced.
That is
that's the case.
hilarious.
But yeah, one of my
Wow,
girlfriends called the
that's
house, and
amazing.
Kelsey answered the phone, and they're like, "Hey, can I talk to Lucas?" And she was like, "Hey, who is this?" And like, the girl was like, "Oh, I'm Tara," and she's like, "Oh, I heard about you." And she was like, "Oh, that's great." And Kelsey just dropped dead, and then hung the phone up on her. So like, y'all have a very
my
different
goodness.
response than what my sister did. So that's
Oh.
cool.
Oh wow, that's.
Why should
really-
you do that?
It was harsh, right? She didn't want me to date anybody. So
Oh,
she
I've
didn't-
heard about you.
Yeah, boom, dropped dead. Like literally told the girl to drop dead and hung up the phone on her. You mentioned that
Wow.
you think Jocko's stuff is pretty good, right? Have
Pretty
y'all?
good.
Yeah. Have y'all tried any of Jocko's workouts?
No, because I'm scared of that.
Yeah?
I like the Warrior Kid ones.
What about when you guys were at the Mustard doing the
Yes.
Oh yeah, the
You guys, which
See.
mustard did you guys go to?
We went to the one in Florida, and then the most recent one. It was
we
in
went
Dallas.
there when we were babies, and then when we were like 5, and then
No. Wait.
yeah,
Oh
we
yeah.
went to the
Okay.
Dallas one when we were 9. So like, which one was that?
Do you guys do the,
Like
the PT
15.
at the mustard?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
you just call it mustard. Yeah, I caught
She got you quick.
you. You really went mustard.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you guys do those
We do.
workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
it's
ones,
just,
I love them.
yeah, this last one we had like school and stuff since it's in Dallas.
Right.
We just drove there. We didn't like stay there at the hotel just
Yeah.
because it would be easier for us. So we didn't do the PT because it was just been like too much. Like basically we should have just stayed there if we wanted to do PT.
Right.
Yeah.
And it would have been hard on mom and stuff, and so tired getting up at like 2:30
Yeah.
to go there.
Anyways, we
but
couldn't do it.
yeah,
this
in
year.
Florida we did PT. It was really fun. We did it with Jamie's kids
And
um
Aaron, what's his last
Is it
name?
Anderson's?
The Andersons. I forget.
Andersons. We did it with their kids.
Love that family.
Love them. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, I mean, there are more questions, but your dad's a stickler for time.
No, we're good. We got more
So-
questions. Let's go.
Come
Okay.
on, bring it on. Bring
So-
the
Bring
heat.
it on.
Got any,
On
got any
like
drama
Donkey
between
Kong.
me and her?
Now, I'm
Who do you like
sensing
more?
No
I'm
drama
sensing that there
on the
is,
podcast. Just a drama-free zone. Like
Yeah.
Jocko said in Tasky and Bruiser, we will have no drama.
We will have
Same
no.
thing
That's
here.
what mom
This
says.
is what I think
We
he
will have
sounded
no
like
drama.
whenever he
Yeah.
was younger, Jocko. We will have no drama.
But deeper.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't think it's quite that. It sounds like you're trying to speak whale there for a second.
Trying to do like a mermaid.
Yeah.
It's
Mermaids are
called Cora
demonic.
talk.
That's Cora talk.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a hefty opinion.
Mermaids are demonic.
Oh, you don't want to
So
open this door
yeah,
right
no,
now.
I'm not gonna kick this door open.
was like, oh, bro.
So here's my question: What are your favorite? We talked about your favorite Bible verses. What are your favorite Bible stories?
Bible stories. Okay.
I have so many.
Yeah,
I have
just
so
narrow it
many.
down. You get one each.
Oh. Okay. Turn. How about you go first because I'm just gonna
Well, I
try to
don't know.
decide.
You're trying to decide.
Okay.
Do we need to play some music?
There's 3 suspenseful music.
Okay, like the Jeopardy music.
Dun,
No, I
dun,
hate Jeopardy
dun,
music.
Dun, 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 dun.
That the one that you have on your podcast that creeps me out in the car.
Like the
We don't have music on our podcast.
yeah. That's all.
She meant I have an album on my phone where
That's
it's
just
just
suspenseful sounds.
it's pretty awesome.
It's so fun.
That's cool. Okay, so
Okay.
stories. Favorite Bible story.
You go first.
Probably
1, 2, 3, go.
Jesus is. I love that story.
Which you talking about? Just the whole thing, or like
Jesus' whole story from birth till
Okay.
resurrection.
I like the one where he was like trying to be tempted by the devil. And okay,
bread?
temptation is very hard, okay? And you gotta have discipline so it doesn't like get to you. It's very hard when you want ice cream at night, but
Yep.
Right
So-
before surgery at midnight.
yeah. So
It hits hard.
basically, Jesus is on a 40-day fast, right? That's like over a month, right?
Yeah.
A month
Yeah.
and 10 days. So he's
Depends
on
on
this
the month.
fast, yeah. And
It's in February now.
Or a month that has 31 days.
every day.
Do you know if there's 13 months, each month would only have 28 days?
That makes a lot more sense.
Whoa.
We can open that door later.
I'm ready.
Let us know in
So-
the comments.
Yeah.
I just learned of how the calendar was made in history.
My turn to speak.
So,
So,
much controversy on that one.
Basically,
Controversy.
Dun,
so
dun.
basically, he was being tempted by the devil. The devil's like, because he hasn't eaten. Has he drinking water? He's
Just
drinking
water.
water.
Just
He's
water.
just had water. He hasn't eaten anything else. Hasn't drinking anything else. And he's in the in the wilderness basically,
Right.
Yep.
hiking, foraging, wherever he is, you know. And the devil comes up to him. He's like, "Do you want some bread? Because I know you haven't eaten in a long time. Do you want some bread?" I don't know what he said, but he was like, "Do you want some bread?" And Jesus is like, "No," because it was something that he said that was very powerful. About
Man doesn't live
temptation.
off bread alone, but yeah.
That one. So he said that to him, and then the devil got like really mad and left. And then another time, he was like, "Hey, if you jump," he was on the mountain. Satan brought him up to the mountain. He's like, "Hey, okay, let's go up to the mountain." So he went on the mountain, right? He's like, "If you jump off this mountain, if you really are the Son of God, then jump off this mountain, and he, you know, God will send down an army of angels to catch you." What did Jesus say? You know it.
You must not test the Lord your God.
Yes.
Yes.
You must not test the Lord your God. I like that one. And so then now we're pushing the devil's buttons, right? He's like, okay. So then he brings us up to the highest peak of the mountain. And he's like, if you follow me, I'll give you, because you could see it wasn't actually there.
everywhere, yeah.
Just everywhere. You just saw castles, mansions, all that. And he's like, if you follow me, I'll give you all of this, all that you want, all that you could have. And then what did he say?
Yeah, you must worship the Lord your God and serve only him.
Mm-hmm. So then, yeah.
So why do you like that story? How does it relate to, as you think, just your life?
That's very hard because, like...
Well, what was the biggest thing? The devil was trying to do what? Tempt him?
Tempt him. And
And
temptation is a very big thing that people deal with nowadays.
Every human deals with temptation, right?
And
At
it's
least
one of
once in
the
their life.
biggest sins, honestly. Isn't that one of them? Like, okay, it's tied into temptation.
Yeah.
Very
And-
deadly sins are tied into temptation, I guess you could say.
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're tempted to do those things, and we sin. But do you think?
Burning up.
Do you like this story? I mean, there's a lot of really good stories of the Bible, like you said, but I'm wondering, did this one come out and kind of stand out for you? Because as you guys are getting older, you're being exposed to more things,
Yeah.
right? Good and bad. And just having the understanding that temptation is always going to be there. It's always going to exist.
It's not gonna ever leave.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
will be tempted every single day of your life to do bad things,
Yeah, even
or
if
to
it's
look
just
at bad
like-
things, or to say
yeah.
bad things, and to lie, and to cheat, and I mean, literally, that temptation is there every single
And
day.
even
even
if
being
it's just,
honest,
like-
it's going to be hard. It's not easy. Like, Jesus is fully 100% God, 100% man. He never sinned. He never did anything wrong. So for him, that was a piece of cake, right? For us now,
For real.
it's like, oh my gosh, it's like a mountain, right?
Yeah, literally,
So-
even if it's just like on a simple thing,
Yeah.
like don't eat a cookie because you're told not to, or like don't buy this because
Eat the
you just
cookie.
want it. It's like, yeah, basically that's how it is. It's like, eat the cookie.
You just hear this little
Just
voice in your head,
do
eat
it.
the cookie.
Eat the cookie. Eat the cookie. Eat the cookie. Eat the cookie. It's not gonna be. It's okay. Just eat the cookie. Like that's basically how it is.
Maybe
So like temptation, there's some very deadly sins
consequences.
Consequences.
With temptation. I like that. Nola,
Yes.
what's your
Favorite Bible
favorite
story?
story?
Okay. Do you want it to be serious or like I'm
It's
sorry?
whatever
It's
your
your
favorite.
favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
your
I'm
question.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
It can be. There's great funny stories in the Bible.
Lot and
so.
his daughter. I'm sorry. Like that's just like the first because I've just been thinking about
Well,
that.
what makes it funny is you don't understand the whole context behind
What do you
that.
mean?
There's a lot happening
Yeah.
in that story.
It's just funny.
There you go. We'll just
Okay,
let,
yeah,
we'll
I was like-
leave that. The less we touch that, the better it will be for all parties involved.
Okay,
I
fine.
agree.
How about this? How about this?
Okay, yes.
How about the
Try
I
again.
like error.
Error. Must rewind.
Yeah.
404 error. This page does not exist.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Right?
The user you're trying to subscribe to is unavailable. Please try again
Absolutely.
later.
Yeah.
All right, girl.
Maybe like it's really cool because we learned about this in school. It's whenever Moses crossed the Red Sea. I really like that.
It was
Part
pretty
of
Yeah, that
awesome.
was a very powerful one.
Yeah, and we learned about this in math class because we do like these things where we do like questions of the day or whatever, and so we talked about it.
So you learned about this in math class.
Yeah, because we do. My math teacher is a she
Everyone there is
helps
Christian.
at the church Gateway. And
cool.
so yeah, so she helps there.
Her father is actually a
preacher,
youth
youth preacher, yeah.
pastor. So
Anyways, so
That's
we
awesome.
were talking about this. We do these like every day 3 questions, and it was whenever Moses sinned at the like Red Sea or whatever. I forgot what it
no,
was.
I think it's because he killed
No.
an Egyptian.
I forgot what it was. I might be getting my stories mixed. So yeah.
Just keep going. We'll roll with it.
Okay. And it was just really cool because imagine having to cross that sea with having to keep your hands up the whole time. But I know he had help. He had like 2 people holding it.
Yeah, those are crossing stories, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's just like really cool because yeah.
Well,
that-
so it takes a lot of faith.
It takes a lot of faith, and it's just
And-
like
and, like,
courage
trust.
and trust.
Trust in the
I was just about
Lord.
to say that trust because imagine God's being like God saying, you're going to hold your hands up this whole time to cross this Red Sea.
So you're blending.
Yeah.
And we'll.
Oh.
Yeah, which isn't wrong. No. There's
Okay.
nothing wrong. So the story you're talking about, we've actually talked about on the Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu
We have.
podcast.
Okay.
Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu.
And this is when Jiu-Jitsu and Jiu-Jitsu.
JJJ.
Where, and elaborate and or correct or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
but Moses, when they were at war, they're in a battle, and as long as Moses had his hands raised, they were winning. And as soon as they dropped, they would start to lose.
Yeah.
And so he realized, and so he had people help hold his hands up. And so it was a really cool example of understanding the importance of your abilities and also helping people that need help to work through those hard times
Yeah.
and having faith in God being able to, deliver you. And what
Yeah.
you're talking about in regards to crossing the Red Sea, I mean, talk about the trust. Like, you're halfway through, you're like, what if this wall of water falls?
Like, what if it actually doesn't
Like, what
work?
if God is just playing a trick on me? I mean, he would never do that.
But
But-
you can see how some people might have those thoughts
Yeah.
creep in. All right, I like it.
Complacency.
I dig it.
Yeah, so there's an author who's a friend of mine named Brian Godawa. He serves on a board for the late Michael Heiser. And one of the things Brian Godawa found out, he just recently wrote a book called, I say recently, a couple of years ago, called Moses versus the Gods of Egypt.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, and so in that book, it has a companion book that's about the same length where he talks about the research that he did in order to figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
And right now, agnostic and atheist archaeologists are resetting the timeline that we know of for ancient Egypt. And what they're finding is that it actually coincides better with the biblical timeline than what we initially thought.
Oh.
And one of the things that they found is that there is this pharaoh that like very little is known or written about. And there's two things that are written about this pharaoh, right? That he wasn't a great leader.
What's the pharaoh's name?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, because I learned about this. Sorry, not
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to interrupt,
no,
but
go
I
ahead.
learned about this, and there's one he only ruled for 1 year, and then he got slaughtered.
Yeah, and so two things happened. There was a rebellion of the Hittite people that like
Yeah.
happened or not the Hittite people, the Hinnon people, something like that. But it was a group of Semites who came in, and then he wasn't able to defend against that because there was some event where he lost the entire army.
Oh, wow, that's
Whoa.
crazy.
So he loses the
crazy.
entire army, right? And then there's rebellion happens, and Egypt can't defend itself against the rebellion. And
That's crazy.
But it's set just a few years before what a lot of the timelines show. And if you look at that timeline, and you go back and you look at where the bodies are buried in Egypt, there is a huge number of people with Semitic heritage, so Jewish people,
Yeah.
right, that are buried in the same layers as these other folks. Like right underneath this layer, these people from this rebellion that was just barely squashed, there's all these people who have Semitic heritage, which would
Wow.
make sense if there was a ton of slaves from Israel that were being abused and killed, that now you've got all the bones of those people. Then the army disappears, and then a small group comes and takes them over. So he talks a lot about that. It's really interesting. It's cool that you know about that, though. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
so-
only there. He was ruled for a very brief
1
period
year.
of time.
And the guy that you're talking about actually was having to build, the very big pharaoh, like that was the pharaoh whenever Moses was a baby and he got taken in. That pharaoh, I should know his name, but whatever. He is the one who made this pharaoh that only ruled for 1 year. He had to build his like large tomb that was filled with
Yep.
like 20 dolls or whatever, like those big statues and stuff like that, like the biggest tomb to ever exist. And apparently that's where he was killed whenever he was building it, and now he's apparently in there too.
Yeah.
With him. It's crazy, but that's just like apparently a conspiracy theory that's happened. So
Yeah, well, not a
I-
conspiracy
yeah.
theory anymore. And what's cool about that is
Yeah.
it's the non-Christian archaeologists that
That
are the
are
ones who are
doing this.
correcting the timeline. And they're like, actually, the biblical timeline looks better than what we got. Pretty cool stuff.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool. Anything else you beautiful, lovely ladies want to share with our listeners? Any words of advice or something you just want to say?
Definitely. If you do not have a close relationship with God, I definitely would support you and advise you into one, find someone that is close or that that goes to church, or two, get a Bible, start reading that, 3, start listening to worship music on the way to work.
Yes.
On the way to school. I do that every morning.
Mm-hmm.
When you wake up, when you're getting ready, anytime you can, praise
Worship.
God, right? And then start going to church on Sundays or Saturday nights. Some people do Saturday nights. I do Sunday mornings. Start going to church, and then find disciples, make disciples.
Yes. Our church's word of the year is discipleship, so that's actually really cool.
So just definitely build a strong connection with God. It'll help you get through crap ton of life. And then
She's not wrong.
and then work out, please. You don't want to die at the age of 40.
Okay,
It's gross.
okay, well, you know what would kill you? You know what would make you die first before being obese? Vaping.
Do not vape, smoke.
Okay, I know, like, okay, so
No, you're fine.
these
Remember,
teenagers.
these are just words of advice. We don't need the.
Yeah, perfect. This
This
is
is
it.
awesome. So
Okay,
that's your,
but no, that's
Solid
not all of it.
advice.
But because, like, you know, their lungs begin in fruits and vegetables and flavors like blue raspberry, watermelon. But, you know, I just say work out. But also definitely try to, like, if you are
Break
a
the
Christian
addiction.
and if you are close to God, definitely try to invite your friends that aren't close to God, because it's just like, I do that all the time. I invite, like, as many friends as I can to Elevate, especially doing, like, super series and stuff like that. But
I'm gonna be quite literal right now. If you're a Christian and you don't have it, and like if you have non-Christian friends, do you really want to go up to heaven and then you just, you know, your friends are burning in hell? No. Invite them to church, get them saved, get them strong with God. Yeah.
Yeah, but just kind of be a good human being as possible, and live, laugh, love, pink always.
Ew.
Yes.
No.
all right. I love you girls so much.
you
I'm
too.
so proud of you guys, and I am very thankful that I am your father. And
Same.
I love the way that you guys love each other. I love how you guys love your brother. I love how you love your mom, and just everybody. You guys have just awesome hearts.
I love everybody that's in my
I'm
life.
proud of you. You had to deal with me till up now.
Yeah,
I
I'm-
know. Thank you.
So a long way to go.
All right. So we're gonna close it out. Ready? Not
Okay.
yet.
What?
I'm gonna give you the.
I
I'll give you
know
guys the
you're
fi-
gonna do the rundown of everything.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So thank you for
can read along.
everyone who's been supporting
Exactly what I'm gonna
all the
do.
support each of you guys have given us by listening, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. If you want to follow us on social media, I am at JP Dinnell. Lucas is at Lucas Pinkard. That is at Lucaspinckard. Make sure you're also following at Echelon Front. Our website is echelonfront.com. If you want to learn more about what we do, you can go to echelonfront.com. I would love to see you guys at a future event, or for one of our instructors to come work with you in your company. If you want, we would love it for you guys to check out at Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu _USA, which is a ministry that I'm a part of with Isaac Tawaefa, Stephen Little, Josh Strasburger. We actually just had a live event today, which was awesome.
Stellar, yeah.
We
first
also,
one.
yeah, this first one. That was
Yeah,
sick
first
that you were
one.
there.
That was 2024?
Josh Strasburger gave his testimony and did such a good job, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
I
good.
almost cried. Not gonna lie, I almost cried.
Joshy
Yeah.
Poo, yeah, little Josh.
We also have a podcast we're doing, and
Big
you were
J.
telling us that if we have another 20 or 25,
Yeah, 25 YouTube subscribers.
So if we have 25 YouTube subscribers to our Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu
I need to
YouTube
subscribe.
page,
I'm not subscribed.
that will actually help us start getting monetized by YouTube, and therefore that money will go back into the ministry, which is incredible. So
cool,
we
yeah.
appreciate all you guys' support. Also a partner with a Texas beef company called Little Cattle Co.
Get that beef.
Get that beef, dog. You follow us at Little Cattle Co. Our website is littlecattle.co. It's our name, but as our website. My best friend Stephen Little started that back in 2017 with his wife Amanda. My wife Amanda and I partnered up with them with also Tyler and Ashton, and it's awesome what we've been able to do with that. We appreciate all your guys' support. It's been absolutely incredible to see God's hand in helping grow that business. And what do you got, Noah?
I was just gonna say big Texas guys and juicy ribeyes.
Big Texas guys and juicy.
Okay, but that's
ribeye.
not me. That was mom. She
Also-
came up with that. So credits to mom.
They don't have any chemicals in their beef, and a lot of like
organic.
Food.
Yeah, it's grass-fed, grain-finished.
Yeah.
No antibiotics, no steroids. So
Delicious.
That's amazing. Thank you for that, Noah. Also partner with my other best friend, Josh Strasburger, for a printing company called On the Path Printing. You can follow us on Instagram, On the Path Printing. We hope to be printing shirts in December for our customers. Also,
December?
I said December. Yep, sorry. In the beginning of this year, hopefully first quarter. So, anyways, I also want to thank all the support that Origin and Jocko Fuel has given myself and my family over the years, and then everything I'm a part of, the Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu podcast, the Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu events, this podcast. It's just awesome what they're doing. I mean, they literally design and create the best jiu-jitsu gear out there. Everything's 100% American made. The jeans that I believe that we're both wearing.
Yeah, we're both in the Origin blacks.
Yeah, the Origin Delta 68.
Jealous.
Well, they'll get the female stuff in the future.
I've got my made-to-order 8-inch lugs
Robertson, come on now.
that are on their way. Yeah, so they've got the whiskey in stock, but they do not have the carbon in stock. So they said I got a window like 4 to 6 weeks, but I'm stoked with the composite toe and everything. It's on its way, so I'm pretty pumped about those. Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing.
Okay.
Sweet.
So if you want to check out what they have going on, go to originusa.com, jockofuel.com, get your supplements, clean energy drinks. Just go ahead and check out. Talk about making a 100% American-made hunt line.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Unreal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stuff from China.
Their new Versa pants, VRSA, are unreal. It's what Jocko and I were wearing at the muster. We were at every event that we speak at Echelon Front. Now the whole team has Versa pants.
That's awesome.
The Nylock field pants that they designed for hunting, they now also have those in as regular pants, like tan, black, and green. And they have the knee so that you feel like hiking.
Nylock jacket too.
Yeah, the Nylock jacket's coming out. I can't wait. Yep. But those pants are unreal.
Yeah.
And they have some that are coming out that won't have the cargo pockets, won't have the bend in the knees. So for like everyday use, for if you're a business professional, traveling, speaking, meeting with your appointments, between the Versa pants and the new Nylock pants and the jeans, you won't need anything else. I was going to say,
have you seen the EDC jeans that they have now? That are coming out, the everyday carry jeans.
Yes.
I just sent out an email about those.
It's unreal.
I'm so
that they partnered with Mike Glover on that,
I believe
or
so,
Fieldcraft. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that
those
just
are gonna be
makes
cool.
sense. So
Yep.
we appreciate all that. And hey, my closing thoughts are, being able to have my daughters on this podcast was absolutely incredible.
I enjoyed it. It was really fun.
And
all
we
the laughs.
enjoyed you guys being on here, sharing your wisdom. And I'm just thankful for what you guys teach me. I'm thankful for the time that I get with you guys every day. So my closing thoughts to all of our listeners is make the most of your time, make the most with your family, with your friends. God has given us this gift called time, and you have to go out there and you have to make the absolute most of it every single day. So,
yeah, I would have to say one thing.
Okay.
If you're
yes, go ahead.
Sometimes Dad is on the road for a couple weeks at a time. I know during December you were gone for at least 2 weeks, and even if it's a FaceTime call or something like that, because FaceTime is amazing.
Yeah.
It's just definitely worth it. I love whenever I get to FaceTime him or whenever I get to text with
Keep
him.
a healthy relationship with your family.
Yeah, all the time. It's definitely worth it, and yeah. It's really nice whenever I get to call to you, even if you're gone for a while and I get to talk to you at night, even if it's a quick I love you, it's still amazing.
Good job, Dad.
Good job, Dad.
You guys ready? Close it out with me?
What do I do?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me see it. Okay. Do you look into the camera or what do you do?
Yeah.
Look right at that center
All
camera.
right. 3, 2, 1.
This has been the JP Dinnell Podcast, episode 19.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Peace out, bro.